Okay, here with new signing Ben Gerring. Ben, a clean sheet and 3 points on your debut. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
No, that's exactly what the starter wanted. I wanted to come in and have an effect. That's the sort of the message the gaffer wanted from me as well. I needed to come in and hit the ground running and sort of change or improve what they already had, and that's the way he was looking to go. So from a defensive point of view, like I say, clean sheet is always, in any game really, whether it's your first or your 50th, it's always impressive and always important for us defenders. But I thought it was a good start as well, just to get the win as well, to add that to the clean sheet. So it's a good Saturday, good start.
So obviously you've joined the club. How have you settled in, and what were your thoughts on joining the club? Because obviously we were, we are still near the bottom of the table. Obviously we were bottom when you joined. How did that kind of affect your view of things when you came to join the club?
Well, I had some dialogue obviously with Mance, with the Torquay connections. I didn't pay too much attention to the league because I knew about the Gloucester setup. I have spoken to Gloucester before in the past with the previous manager, so I kind of had an idea on what the club's plans were for the future and where they want to be. So I knew there was a project going on, and obviously it was well documented how well the club done last season before COVID. So there wasn't too much thinking. I think that the only thought process that I needed to consider was the full-time aspect, so the training and stuff like that. So I took a little bit of time to think about it. I came in and trained, met the boys, met the gaffer, and it just clicked. It's only 2 hours from my house. When I say only, that is close for me. So it's a straight M5, and I'm home. So I took everything into sort of consideration. I just thought, if I can manage family life, my partner's work, my business, and sort of come out my comfort zone of the Tuesday, Thursday nights, and test myself a bit more training and come into the full-time environment again. I quite fancied that and I liked it, so I just went with it. And it's been a good start. I really like the setup for the level. They do everything right, do everything proper, and the standards are certainly where they need to be, and they're only going to get better for where we want to be, really. So, and like I say, the first step was getting that first win, which is always the toughest, and then just coming off the foot of the table, which we've now done in the first win. So one by one, we've just got to keep picking them off.
And what have your thoughts been then on the standard of the team, and realistically what can be achieved this season from the position we're in now? How well do you think we can? We've started to turn the corner a little bit. That's the general feeling. But how well do you think we can do for the rest of the season?
I think it's on us. I look at the standard in training every day, and you're putting your feelers out. You look there. I'm sure the lads are sort of sussing me out as well. But you do get, after a few days, you kind of understand when you see the intensity in training and the quality that's on show. Some of these boys have been around the Football League for a long time, so there is a complete contrast between the squad we've got and the league position we're in. There's a lot of changes that have gone on that I'm only aware of recently that can affect on the pitch as well. So there's been a lot that's kind of changed and the boys have had to adapt to, but the gaffer's come in now and he's trying to just settle everything down, implement his rhythm, his professionalism as well. He's a very tenacious player himself, so you can see that in his management. He's got high standards, and that's just filtering the way through. So I think with the squad that we've got, if we can kind of put to bed what's happened beforehand and kind of, like I say, we've got our own little mini table now that we look at, and just ignore the noise from the outside and focus on what we're doing in here. We've got aspirations to kind of get out of this league, so there's no reason why we're not writing this season off whatsoever. The club aren't, certainly the players aren't. We know what we want to achieve, but we're under no illusions. We've given people a head start, so it's work every day. And like I say, we're just building the foundations. We're not going to go and set ourselves ridiculous targets just week by week, and we're just going to try and tick them off as we go.
Cool. Well, for those fans sort of unfamiliar with you, just tell us a bit about your career and how you started and what you've been doing up to this point.
I've never been in the north, so I have played against Gloucester a few times in the south. So I started off at Plymouth Argyle many moons ago. Once I come out of Plymouth, sort of done the trialing and stuff like that, but went straight into non-league with Weymouth. for the purpose of you sat there, I don't want to stay here for too long because there's a few clubs in there. But most recently, I'd say Torquay United. Put a couple of years together with my hometown club. From there, sort of moved into Truro and the Conference South. Went back up to the National League with Woking. That's my most recent club, where I've had sort of 3 really successful years there. The promotion, the FA Cup run, and that was obviously my biggest achievement today in non-league. 1 game away sort of from Wembley as well with the FA Trophy. Had a short spell at Bath City, which is kind of where I've gone from here. So effectively, a lot of my career has been in the Conference South, with a few seasons as well in the National League.
So finally, Darlington on Saturday. Bit of a long trip, probably a bit longer than you used to when you were maybe in the south. But what's the general feeling on the camp? Is that one that we think we can go there and get a result?
100%. Yeah, we quickly put to bed the Saturday's win. That's kind of done and dusted now. There's no carryover, which is exactly what the meeting was about this morning. 3 points does not win you a World Cup. We haven't gone and took ourselves at the bottom 4. We're fully aware that it was a much needed win for the club, for the sort of morale, but it's now trying to back that up, and whoever it is, it's Darlington this week, but we've got to go there and try and make those 3 points look a bit better than just a one-off. That's not going to help anybody. A win in 1 win in 10. So we're trying to back that up, and we're going to Darlington now with a lot of confidence and a game plan. That's just another tick on our list where we want to push and get to where we want to go.
Well, finally then, obviously we're all Gloucester City fans. Who do you support?
Aston Villa.
Say no more.
That's it, Aston Villa. So we've now got Stevie G, so it'll be interesting to see how it's going on. But yeah, I went to watch him actually against Southampton the other week. So it's sad times to see Dean Smith go, but Villa fan, no connections to Birmingham whatsoever. So yeah, it's more of a follow your mate. When I was young, all his family are Villa fans, so I followed through.
Well, good luck for Saturday.
Brilliant,
and see you soon. Cheers.
Cheers.